So I have a nemesis. His name is Dumpling. He's very adorable. I'm aware. This little guy has been in my life for a while now, causing havoc and terror. However, he is absolutely adored by his mother, aka my best friend. She routinely calls him her son. She says he got his eyes from her. And all around it is very clear that he is the favorite child. However, he is an eligible bachelor. And because of this, I thought it would be fun if we made him a Tinder page and see how many likes he got. And maybe compare it to how many likes I used to get when I was on Tinder. And I promise I won't be bitter. So we're gonna go ahead and open Tinder. Allow notifications. I want to know the minute somebody decides they would like to match with Dumpling. First name, Dumpling. Oh, fuck, what is his birthday? I gotta text my roommate because I do not remember. I know it's January. Is it 18th, I think is my guess. For the year, we're not going to put his actual birth year because that would make him 3 years old, and I don't think Tinder would appreciate that. 12th, I was close, but not quite right. Gender is bird. Include me in searches for men and women. I can't do both? Okay, I guess men it is. He is interested in seeing everyone. He wants everyone to see him. We're gonna go for still figuring it out right now. He's not really sure if he wants to stay a bachelor, if he wants to find somebody for forever. How's he supposed to know? He's a bird. What are you into? Definitely singing. Oh, I have to pick 5? Fuck me. Choir. Choir's a good one. We're gonna go with NFTs because he's a fucking menace. Oh, and that's all I need. Perfect. I'm just gonna do those 3. Singing, choir, and NFTs. Okay, here we go. The fun part, adding in his photos. So his mom did go ahead and send me some pictures that she thinks best represent her little boy. I think we got some good ones here. So let's start with cowboy hat because we are in Texas. I like the one where he's kissing the peep, where he's holding the Coke bottle. That one's funny. Him next to his cookie self-portrait that we made. Christmas dumpling, and then butt chest dumpling. I think that's a good slew of pictures that really explain his soul. Oh wait, I actually have a good one that I like. There is in fact evil in his eyes. Should we avoid my contacts? No, it's fine. We are away. I'm gonna do like the last minute changes that you need to complete the complete Tinder profile. Oh, we got more pictures. Perfect. Let's write his about me. I have impressive lung capacity and can sing all day long. Okay, for his bio, this might change. This is just what I thought of off the top of my head. I have impressive lung capacity and can sing all day. I'm my mother's favorite and to get all the love and treats to myself. I'm a bit of a rascal and love to cause chaos and drama. Still, everyone can't help but fall in love with me. I'm the star of this universe and the next. Job title, Eldridge Horror. Well, I think I'm just gonna start swiping on everyone. I know Tinder is gonna make me stop it a little bit anyway, and I think it'll be funny, so let's go. We found a match! What should we say? I'm gonna say cheep cheep with a little bird emoji maybe? Perfect. Cheep cheep send. Alright, let's see where that gets us. So she liked the bird. That's pretty cool. And let's keep swiping. Oh, there we go. We're out of likes, which is what I was assuming would happen soon enough anyway. So we're out of likes. I don't know how long it takes for them to come back. But we did meet one match almost immediately, which is more than I was expecting, to be honest. I don't know how well joke profiles do on Tinder, to be honest. However, I have done my fair share of actually liking and engaging with jokey profiles because I find them hilarious. But we have a match. It looks like she's not online right now. We're gonna let it sit for right now and I will update whenever there are updates. Pretty sure it's been about 2 weeks since I created Dumpler. What the fuck? It's been 2 weeks since I made Dumpling a Tinder account. I'm ending it. Adds a little laugh to my day. I of course would love to go over some of the highlights that happened while Bling was quote unquote on Tinder. So pretty much what I did is every time I got the chance to open the app, so every time it would be like, hey, come back, it's swiping time, you've got swipes now, and I would just swipe on everybody, absolutely everybody. Doesn't matter how far away you are, man, woman, didn't matter to Dumpling's just trying to find people to add to his cult, to be his followers, to suck life force from, so that kind of stuff doesn't really matter to him. I did get a good number of matches using this strategy. I would say a good 80% of the matches never once spoke to me. Anytime I would get a match, or I'm sorry, Dumpling would get a match, I would start the conversation by saying cheep 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 with little bird, just as an opener to like kind of let the person know I'm gonna be doing this in character. Like, I've been on dating apps. I made a whole video about it. There are a lot of people who don't put their face on the dating app, as if that's not the fucking point. Anyway, so I did this introduction to kind of let them know, no, this is a joke account. I'm gonna be playing the bird. However, that did not stop people from either spamming me with their Instagram or Snapchat or insisting that they were gonna have sex with me anyway. Dumpling immediately stepped into the role of the Supreme Overlord being, who is obviously there to start and continue his own cult. And honestly, most of the people who actually took the time to interact with me got the joke and played along. There, of course, were the people who would say like one thing and then unmatch, or one thing and then just kind of sit there in my matched but not replying forever. They still haven't replied. But there were definitely people who got the joke and played along. Cheep cheep. What a good bird, lol. Yes, I am, because Dumpling sees himself as a good bird. I don't necessarily agree with that statement. It's hard not to like something both yellow and chaotic. It's true, all my underlings are blessed by my magnificent visage. How does one become an underling? By just standing under a tree? You must bring me a seed, pledge your life to me, and be prepared to allow me to drain your life force when mine becomes weak. Perfectly reasonable. What kind of seed? My favorite is mixed bird seed, but any of your enemies would also work. This all sounds too good to be true. I get all of this for just mixed bird seed? Yes, it truly is an honor to be one of my underlings. Sign me up for underling then. You will simply need to sign this contract in your blood. Now, this is one of the first people that like actually wanted to play along. So this is the first time I ever did the contract thing. It is a recurring thing. This was where every conversation ended up going because, I don't know, it seemed fun. This is it's just a GIF of like a paper that's spinning. Tinder allows you to send GIFs, but not pictures, obviously to keep from a million dick pics being sent a day. But yeah, this is a GIF. I only took screenshots, but this is actually like spinning around. I'm not sure I can read any of the words on that page. There aren't any tricky clauses in here, are there? Of course not. They're written in chirp, which is invisible to the human eye, but that's what makes the enchantment work. Okay, well here goes nothing. I'll sign right away. Perfect. Lucky me. Indubitably, which is one of my favorite words. So do I have to wear some special uniform now? No. You must simply spread the word of my supremeness, ensure that I always have seed, and be available to me to siphon your life force when it is needed. Hooray! Where do I bring the seed? You can leave it on your nearest tree stump. Scream up to the sky how much you honor me, and I will hear you to come get it. BRB? I hope that was loud enough. I hear you. I appreciate the offering. When your soul is needed, you will have the honor of giving it up to extend my eternal lifespan. I'll just wait patiently, Dumpling. So that is our very first follower of Dumpling secured. Here's our next one. This one started out kind of weird. This one started out as her asking me out on a date. I'm not sure why. There's really nothing in that bio that suggests that Dumpling would want to go out on a date with anybody. But instead, I did ask her to join my army of minions. I gave her the exact same information that I gave the other guy. I legitimately just copy and pasted this. I asked her to sign the contract, just like I asked the other guy, with using the exact same GIF. I'm gonna use the same GIF every single time. And she was on board. She sent me back a GIF of somebody like spinning a pin, and then ended the conversation with little hand hearts. So Dumpling's not doing bad in the amassing a cult following so far. Again, we did have some people who did not get the joke. My favorite example of this is this guy. He was old. I set the parameters to include literally everyone on the app. This guy was no spring chicken, although he did know the term ASL, which is interesting. So cheep cheep. Hey ASL, what are you into? I am a bird. I'm into collecting souls for my minion army. Okay, I'll move on then. Coward. This is in fact one of my favorite interactions. Me and my friend laughed about this for a long time. This one I thought was gonna go somewhere but didn't. Of course, we have a lot of people complimenting Dumpling, saying he's the cutest anybody's ever seen, saying that this is the best thing they've ever seen on Tinder ever, which is a high compliment. But then again, it's Tinder, so a lot of people greatly enjoyed the fact that he is yellow. I thought that was standard for canaries, but what do I know? And then we come to our third member of the cult now. I started out with their usual cheep cheep, and they instantly understood the joke. Greetings, Dumpling. Just wanted to pledge my undying fealty to whatever cults you may have in the future. This is kind of where I got the idea to start calling it cults. I was just calling it like the followers, the minions. I'm pleased with your willingness to serve. You will be spared when I purge this earth of the unnecessary mortals. You will have the honor of sacrificing your soul to sustain my life force. You must only sign this contract with your blood and give me one seed. Funny joke. I'm dyslexic. So here you'll see that I wrote Seeb, S-E-E-B. This is like an inside joke. My friend and I call it Seeb instead of seed, as like a silly little thing. Every time I've written seed before this, I meant Seeb. I was My dyslexia tricked me into spelling it the correct way when I meant to spell it the incorrect way. So I don't really know what to do with that information, but now you have it as well. Anyways, this person does sign the contract so that it makes 3 for this cult in total. Let's move on to the next person who understood the joke. This person introduces themselves to Dumpling. Dumpling says, hello, are you willing to sign your soul over to me? That's very forward, Dumpling. If it's a mutual bargain, what are you looking to get into? With the I'm expecting sex face. Don't worry, I swear to God, this person does get the joke in the end. You will pledge your allegiance to me. Make sure I always have seed to eat and allow me to drain your life force when the time comes. In return, you will have the honor of worshiping me, basking in the presence of my eternal song. Simply sign this contract in your blood and we may begin. Then he says, not so much my bag, baby, which I don't necessarily know what that means, but I think that was his way of saying, what the fuck's wrong with you? I am not a baby. I have been alive longer than this universe has and I will outlive it. So tell me your real name so I can examine the offer. He, of course, I'm pretty sure meant like me, like the person behind the account, but that's no fun, and I'm not here for sex. Mortals cannot understand my real name. It is an ancient language that cannot be translated into English. Which language? Sure, can you draw it? And then I just did like you can go on any website and get like a weird font generator. And how do I feed you this seed you need? You must bring me seed, pledge your life to me, and sign the contract in your blood. What type of seed? Where do I bring it? I like mixed seed the best, or the soul of one of your enemies. Bring it to the nearest tree stump, scream up to heaven. This is the exact same as the one I sent that one guy. And then he says, yeah, I'm lost. I don't even know what you look like, love. So at this point I was like, oh, he doesn't get the joke. But then in the next one, I think he does. This guy's confusing me. I have never been in the presence of your energy, looked into your soul. How will I make such a pledge as this is laid out? So this to me sounds like he does get the joke, even though the message directly above it sounds like he doesn't. So I just replied with, my pictures are accurate. This is the message that I send to people who think this is an account that just doesn't want to show their face. And they're like, well, what do you really look like? I always send, my pictures are accurate. Let them know, no, this is a bird talking to you. I also said, my minions are led by faith and courage. If you do not have those, then you'll be raptured when I take over this universe. Which he replied to, it's a possibility. Sounds like he's in on the joke, but kind of a bitch. A lot of these people are like, no, I'm stronger than you, because they have main character syndrome when Dumpling is the main character. So back off. And I was honestly getting kind of annoyed with him at this point, so I wrote, there is only one correct answer and I will not wait forever to hear it from you. Because it felt like he was just trying to drag out this conversation as long as possible. He felt like a contrarian that was just gonna say anything at all, and it was annoying. And then he replied, and again, I think he gets the joke now, that I love and adore you, Dumpling. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, it's clear that he understands the joke and he understands what I'm going for, but for some reason he's like being weird about it. That I love and adore you, Dumpling? You said so yourself that everyone does. No contract changes that. Like, you get the joke. It's a joke about a bird taking over the universe. Why are you being weird about it? I don't know, to me this just sounds like being obstinate for the sake of being obstinate. Anyways, but I might need some lessons. What is seed? Seed. The food of this mortal vessel, of course. But the contract needs to be signed in order for you to pledge your allegiance to me. The one in this thread, aka the GIF I sent earlier, yes. Not exactly how I would do that with your blood. It's a GIF. See, like, come on, man. It's a joke. You literally have shown that you understand that it's a joke beforehand. Why are you not doing this weird pedantic shit in your universe? But to the rest of the cosmos, it is real. Looks blank. Bitch, shut the fuck up. It's written in song. And after that, he stopped replying, so we came close, but not quite a signature on that one. This is the conversation where I decided I should probably start to change the way I use my language, because I forgot we're on Tinder where people are gross. This conversation, I specifically used the term having your life force sucked out, and they replied with freaky ass bird. And then I'm like, oh, that's right. People use that to mean blowjobs, so let's not use that one anymore. I then used the word siphon instead. So I have in fact lost some of this particular conversation, or I forgot to screenshot it or something happened. But this is, I think, probably the most intense version of this, and probably somebody who took the joke too far and didn't know when to shut the fuck up. So this person, I did my usual cheap. He immediately replied with all hail the bird king. Perfect. I lost a little bit of the conversation, but I'm pretty sure it was saying something to the effect of, I'm an all-powerful immortal being. I'm here to destroy this universe. And I think I asked him to join the cult, basically. He uses a lot of the like cringy roleplay talk, which I mean, I kind of asked for it. I bow down to the birb king and look down at the ground to anything for the birb king. You're my favorite mortal so far. Thank you, your excellency. I strive to be of service to your majesty. You may sign this contract to fully devote yourself to me. I sign the contract and pass it back to where it came from. It is done, your majesty. Perfect. So that makes 4 people in the cult so far, and I'm pretty sure this is still day 1. I honestly can't remember. Perfect. You'll now have the honor of listening to my eternal song, providing me with seed, and having your soul siphoned to continue continue my life force for eternity. I would find no other use of my soul worthy to you. I bow once more and kneel. My soul is eternally yours, as it should be. Spread my good word to gather an army to help me when I decide to take over this realm. It will be done, your majesty. How may I report back to you? You can report back here or scream up to the heavens and I will hear you. Yes, by your will be done. I slowly get up and bow once more. I will report back once I have found more followers or bring back those who will be good for nothing but soul food for you. Jesus Christ. Perfect. You will be spared at the rapture. Thank you, my lord. I looked back once before heading out of your chambers to gather more souls. And I thought the conversation was done there, which is why I didn't reply. But once again, this guy, I guess, had nothing better to do, so he instead came to me. Your majesty, I have returned. I enter your chambers and bow. An offering? A new soul? Yes, I have brought them. Though they will not hear your song, their soul will be yours. I bring in another human and force them on their knees for you. When Dumpling said he wanted followers, he meant real followers, not pretend roleplay followers. When I got this message, I was like, okay. Like, I get it. I literally started this joke. It's on me. But to be honest, 90% of these Tinder messages come while I'm at work. Since I work in the evenings, and I guess most people are on Tinder in the evenings, most of these messages are getting sent to me while I'm trying to actually do things at work. So while this would be kind of fun when I'm just like sitting at home and chilling, when I'm actually trying to do real things at work and I'm like getting bitched at by my boss and this kind of shit comes through, I wasn't exactly in the mood. It did help that when I showed my friends these, she would laugh fucking hysterically every single time. So that definitely made me feel better about like continuing to play this game with people. But honestly, my favorite conversations are when they would say like one or two funny things, sign the contract and we'd be done. That's what was fun about this. That's why it's on Tinder, not a role-playing site. Perfect. I was feeling a little weak. Are they willing to serve me? Again, because I was looking for like numbers to join the cult, not like anyways. They will serve their soul to you. They will not obey otherwise. They squirm and struggle a bit as I keep them down. Also, I don't like that this guy has now like inserted him into the fan fiction. Guess this is the fan fiction of Dumpling. Does this count as RPF? Anyways, perfect. I will suck out their life force to extend my own. Yes, your majesty. Take them as you wish. Ooh. I want to see you feed. That's also kind of weird. By singing my deadly song so that their life is pulled into my magnificent chest. Very good, your majesty. Must I cover my ears or will it not harm your humble servant? No, my servants must listen to my beautiful song, but they will not be harmed by it. Very well, you may sing when you wish so that the human soul will feed you. They scream and beg for mercy, struggling as I keep them down on their knees before you. You can see me growing more round, the yellow in my feathers becoming brighter and glossier. I was watching YouTube at the same time as doing these, so I did in fact cover up some of this text, but more of the same, you know, he's saying how wonderful and great Dumpling is. I think he asked what the plans are, because then Dumpling replies, I will claim my rightful place as god of this world. As you should, your majesty. I was lucky enough to be saved by your song and know my place below you. Yes, good mortal. You will be my minion for all eternity. Thank you, master. I will happily serve. As is your place. Yes, it is, master, while you are above all. Again, I thought this conversation was over, but I guess it is not. Well, master, what should I do for you next? Continue to spread the good news of my majesty, because again, I thought this conversation was over. As you wish, master. Summon me whenever you require me, your majesty. I did not reply because I thought this conversation was over. And then he replies, no longer in character. Hey, well, this was interesting. Yes, I do think that's what he sounds like. Sure, because Dumpling's not in character. This is just how Dumpling always is. And I didn't screenshot the rest of this conversation, but it's like 2 more lines where he's like, yes, what can I do for you, your majesty? And I was like, bitch, can you stop? I didn't say that. I replied as Dumpling that was like, just continue to spread the word. But like, it's over. The joke's done. I think some people forget you can ruin a joke by extending it out too long. That's definitely the like longest and most in-depth one. I don't particularly think it's the funniest, but it was definitely the one where the other person was like the most into the joke and like really wanted to play along. I had some guy trying to sell me shrooms. We had somebody else who actually messaged me first, calling Dumpling the new Lord and Savior. I sent over the contract. They signed it. We are now at 5 followers. This person tried to pretend like they were more powerful than Dumpling. Fucking dumbass. Nobody's more powerful than Dumpling. They also called him Bae for some reason. I don't get it. Again, this is a person who thinks they're the main character and just sat there and like fought with me like, no, I'm stronger than Dumpling. No, you're not. Dumpling's an immortal hell beast. I sent one of the people who was trying to get me to follow them on Snapchat the contract. They did not reply. I think this was over a week into having the Tinder, so I kind of changed up the way I did it, especially if somebody would message me first. I occasionally would do the cheep still, but I also would start to go cheep, give me your soul with like the little smiley emoji. I did in fact spell it incorrectly the first time, so it didn't work. I had quite a few redheads that were like, I don't have a soul. Dumb joke, bad joke. That joke needs to stay in the early 2000s. A lot of people desperately trying to sell me weed who didn't necessarily want to play along, but wanted to keep the conversation going just in case. It's particularly funny to me. Cheep, what's up? I want your soul. Do you bottom? I am the god of this world, the most supreme being. And I can't remember if I actually sent it. I'm guessing not because I don't have a screenshot of it, but I really wanted to reply with that initial reply, I am the god of this world, the most supreme being, and then immediately after that send a message that goes, of course I'm not a bottom, or something to that effect, because that is so funny to me. This would be an example of somebody who didn't get the joke. This was another one of my favorite conversations because it was clear that she understood that this was like a roleplay bird Tinder, but it was weird. Like she kind of had this attitude of trying to fight against Dumpling, but then other times she's like, no, you're the most perfect bird. It's kind of weird. I think she might have been either high or drunk because it was very late at night, 3 a.m. Cheep, hello bird, you're so yellow. I am indeed. I quite enjoy this mortal form. I want to hold you in my hand. I have no hands, only wing and foot. This is from me reading this incorrectly because I was literally falling asleep as I was typing this. I thought she said, I want to hold your hand. Anyways, I said my hand bird, but I understand English isn't very easily understood for a flying bird. My bad. My English is not so good. I speak the best language of chirp and only communicate with mortals. That doesn't make sense. I was obviously very sleepy when I wrote this because I don't think that makes sense. I think I meant to say, and I only use English to communicate with mortals. I was very tired. Chirp, stinky bird, feather haver. That is objectively hilarious. Just to be like, feather haver. That's so fucking funny to me. And then I said, I might be cute now, but in my true form, I am an unimaginable and awe-inspiring horror. Cheese bird, yellow. I honestly find this girl incredibly hilarious. Yes, so I can be seen by all of my followers. Eagle emoji, eat you. You cannot eat me, I am a god. The eagle eat you. It cannot, it is too weak. Okay, bird, you're only 1 mile away. Again, that's so funny. I think she might have been on something. I'm always closer than you think. Oh, you're one of those birds. Evil kind. Icy. Stay 1 mile away. I like that a lot. That's really funny. Eat you. I cannot be eaten. I am a god, just waiting for the right moment to take control of the universe. My followers have already begun spreading the good word of Dumpling. Then she does a full 180. I too will spread the good word of Dumpling. Good. Then you will be spared when I consume this universe. Thank you, Dumpling. You must simply sign this contract. And then she does, which gives us 6 total cult members. There you go, Dumpling. Perfect. You will have the honor of listening to my perfect song and surviving the upcoming apocalypse. All hail Dumpling! Yes. I love you, Dumpling. Good night. Good night, my favorite mortal. Because honestly, I had a little bit of a crush on her. Her profile pictures were cute as fuck. Moving on. Dumpling was offered a happy ending massage, which he did not take. I will destroy your moral visage in order to make my lifespan eternal. That doesn't quite make sense. I'm pretty sure I was also very tired this day. I had some brief conversations with some people and sent them the contract, and they didn't exactly sign it. They kind of just ignored it. One person messaged me first and said, the yellow bird in yellow truly wears no mask. I don't know if that's a reference to something. I then replied, I have no reason to hide. I am the supreme being, the most perfect incarnation of true evil. What does the great feathered one require of me? I would require you to bow to my every whim, recruit more mortals to join my cult, and be prepared to have your soul siphoned in order to sustain my eternal life force. In return, you will have the honor of serving me, surviving the hell I will unleash upon this realm, and be allowed to listen to my beautiful song. All you must do is sign the contract in your blood and pledge your allegiance to me. Then they sent a gif of the bird from the Garden of Ban Ban. At this point I was like, oh, okay, this is a troll. He's not gonna play. He thinks he's the main character. He's gonna try and take this in his own direction. So I replied, that doesn't look like a signature to me. Me when evil dark god is evil. Okay, he doesn't want to play. I gave him one more chance. You haven't signed the contract yet. Should I mark you as a soul to be destroyed by my minions? I don't think he ever replied. If he did, it wasn't interesting enough for me to screenshot. I did find somebody who said he was interested in joining the cult, but they said they were already in a cult, so they couldn't join this cult because of like a non-compete form they had to sign or something like that. Objectively silly. Definitely not where I thought this conversation was gonna go. He said that maybe the person who has the contract that has his soul might be one of my followers, and that could count as enough. He made a joke about if when Dumpling ends the world, will it be as bad as anal, which I replied, anal isn't that bad. This guy really desperately wanted to be a Dumpling's sex slave, which was interesting. He did say he wanted to be a minion. He never quite signed the contract, so I'm not gonna mark him down as a cult member, but he was definitely willing to get stuffed by a dumpling, which is interesting. I was able to secure 2 more cult followers with fairly short conversations. A lot of people trying to like force their way into the royal court, weird, as if they're the ones that are important and not Dumpling. One person said that their world does not allow cults. I don't really know what that means, so I told them they would perish. My world does not allow cults, so I will have to perish with grace. And I said, honorable but stupid. Somebody thought this was the Duolingo bird in disguise and was upset because they didn't even know how to report this to the FBI. Not sure why you would want to report this to the FBI. I told them I was gathering up an army of minions and that I would end up destroying the world, to which they replied with, that honestly wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to happen. I agree. Unfortunately, they did not ever reply, so I guess they didn't want to join. No. Fuck me, are you kidding me? Well, fuck me, I guess. So in the end, that's gonna bring our total of cult followers to 8. Is this a particularly impressive number? I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what to compare this to. This is a bird on Tinder, so I don't know. I will say I definitely had a lot of fun making this video. It was a lot of fun to find people who like wanted to join in on the joke and play around, even if some people took it way too far and definitely tried to decide that they were the main character now and it had to be all about them. Major class clown energy where they're the one that matters, all attention needs to be on them, but whatever. It was a lot of fun to either send the screenshots or run over with my phone and show them to my friend and both of us cackle about the ridiculousness of the conversations being held. I had a really good time pretending to be Dumpling. It was a lot of fun to like channel this like cosmic horror that we always joke about at home. He got the title of like being my nemesis for a reason. So it was fun to like take that to the next level and like pretend he's like an actual evil entity. This video was a lot of fun to make. I hope you all enjoyed watching it very much. I'll probably keep the Tinder account running for a little while longer, but honestly it's already started to get kind of stale, so I might delete it. But thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.
The fabric catches, his cage catches on fire. It says Dumpling surrounded by fire. That's
Fried
his
chicken.
birthday.
Fried chicken for a birthday.
Candela, pollo. Candela, pollo.
Dumpling is like, this looks dangerous.
Candela, pollo.
What are you talking about? He's probably enjoying
Dale que se
it.
derrite las velas.
He's like, oh, it reminds me of my demon roots.
1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dumpling. Happy birthday to you.
Sopla.
Hey! Hey! And
He's scared.
his brand new presents and everything.
Pollo. Ay, un beso, pollo. Si no le va a dar el beso, una mordida.
My son.
Attack.
He turned 3.
Ay, está
I'll
picando.
just pet him and get happy birthday, Dumpling. I'm scared. No, I'm
He
okay.
attack.
He doesn't do anything.
No, I'm scared of hurting him.
He has rainbow and chandelier.
Hey.
2 brand new toys just for the Dumpling.
Hey!
Now that he has a chandelier, you gotta get him like a fancy like couch and stuff. Yes, you gotta get him like a ceiling fan.
Ya subió. Ya subió. Ya, que toca la
Oh, he
campanita.
likes it already.
Hey.
Now he can hang from the chandelier.
From the chandelier.
Yeah, birthday.
Hey.